Yashoda Yashoda Nandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashoda Nandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, O Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Jaya Gaura Nita Gaura Nita Gaura Nita Jaya Gaura Nita Gaura Nita Tagora Riba 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 Haribo Jayom Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivajagacharya Ashtottara Satasri Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Srila Prabhupada ki, Prabhupada Anuga ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shishi Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Chayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 2. Prayers by the demigods for Lord Krishna in the womb. Shri Shukavasha Pralamba Bakachanura Trinavarta Mahashanaihi Mushtikarshita Dvivida Putana Keshi Denukaihi Anjaischasura Bhupalair Bana Bhaumadi Biriyutaha Yadunam Kadanam Chakre Bali Magadha Samshrayaha. Shukadeva Goswami said, under the protection of Magadha Raja Jarasandha, the powerful Kamsa began persecuting the kings of the Yadu dynasty. In this he had the cooperation of demons like Pralamba, Baka, Chanura, Trinavarta, Aghasura, Mushtika, Arishta, Dvivida, Putana, Keshi, Denuka, Banasura, Narakasura, and many other demoniac kings on the surface of the earth. This verse supports the following statement given by Lord in Bhagavad Gita. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam shrajamyaham paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of religion, at that time I descend myself to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion. I advent myself millennium after millennium. The Lord's purpose in maintaining this material world is to give everyone a chance to go back home, back to Godhead, but kings and political leaders unfortunately try to hinder the purpose of the Lord. Therefore, the Lord appears either personally or with his plenary potions to set things right. It is therefore said, Garbham Sancharya Rohinyam Devakya Yogamayaya Tasyaha Kukshim Gataha Krishno Dvitiya Vibudhais Shrutai. Krishna appeared in the womb of Devaki after transferring Baladeva to the womb of Rohini by the power of Yogamaya. Yadubisa Vyarudhatya. The kings of the Yadu dynasty were all devotees, but there were many powerful demons such as Shalva who began to persecute them. At that time, Jarasandha, who was Kamsa's father-in-law, was extremely powerful, and therefore Kamsa took advantage of his protection and the help of demons in persecuting the kings of the Yadu dynasty. The demons naturally appeared more powerful than the demigods, but ultimately, because of the help received from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the demons were defeated and the demigods triumphant. Te pidita nivivishuhu kuru panchala ke kayan shalvan vidarbhan nishadhan videhan koshalanapi. Persecuted by the demoniac kings, the Yadavas left their own kingdom and entered various others, like those of the Kurus, Panchalas, Kekayas, Shalvas, Vidarbhas, Nishadas, Videhas, and Koshalas. Some of their relatives, however, began to follow Kamsa's principles and act in his service. After Kamsa, the son of Ugrasena, killed the 6 sons of Devaki, a plenary portion of Krishna entered her womb as her 7th child, arousing a pleasure and a lamentation. The plenary portion is celebrated by great sages as Ananta, who belongs to Krishna's 2nd quadruple expansion. Purport: some of the chief devotees such as Akrura stayed with Kamsa to satisfy him. This they did for various purposes. They all expected the Supreme Personality of Godhead to appear as the 8th child as soon as Devaki's other children were killed by Kamsa. And they were eagerly awaiting his appearance. By remaining in Kamsa's association, they would be able to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead take birth and display his childhood pastimes. And Akrura would later go to Vrindavana to bring Krishna and Balarama to Mathura. The word Paryupasate is significant because it indicates that some devotees wanted to stay near Kamsa in order to see all these pastimes of the Lord. The 6 children killed by Kamsa had formerly been sons of Marichi, but because of having been cursed by a Brahmana, they were obliged to take birth as grandsons of Hiranyakashipu. Kamsa had taken birth as Kalanemi, and now he was obliged to kill his own sons. This was a mystery. As soon as the sons of Devaki were killed, they would return to its original place. The devotees wanted to see this also. Generally speaking, one who kills his own nephews, but Kamsa was so cruel that he did so without hesitation. No one kills his own nephews, but Kamsa was so cruel that he did so without hesitation. Ananta Sankarshana belongs to the second Chaturvyuha, quadruple expansion. This is the opinion of experienced commentators. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanavitam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shri Mate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nitinamane Namaste Saraswate Deve Kauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Yesterday we recollected how Kamsa was so heinous that he was willing to kill his own sister Devaki. And as soon as he heard the voice from the sky, which was actually the demigods, he immediately drew his sword with his right hand, and in his left hand he held the hair of Devaki, and he was ready to chop off her head. And we heard how Vasudeva was so cool, was so calm and collected, and dealt with the situation using Sama, Dana, and all that. Politically, how they use Sama, Dana, Bheda, Danda, like that. He used Sama, Samadhanam, actually trying to pacify him. Then he used logic. Then he gave Dana. He said, I'll give all my sons to you. But don't kill my wife. Don't kill your sister. In this way, finally, of course, Vasudeva could not do Danda. He was not a Kshatriya. He was a very simple Brahmana. And so he didn't use that. He offered Dana. I will give my sons to you. You do what you want. But don't kill. It's not good for you, not good for me, not good for us, not good for anybody. Nobody is going to profit. So in this way he convinced Kamsa very intelligently, because he knew that anyway Kamsa was going to kill. I might as well take the credit for offering the sons to you. You see, it is mentioned that at the birth of Vasudeva, there were special drums and everything, sound was heard. Why? Because he was somebody very special. Why was he special? Because Krishna is going to appear as his son. That's one reason why drums beat when he was born. And the other reason why drums were beating is that this person will convince Kamsa not to kill Devaki. He has the capacity to convince Kamsa. It's not an easy thing to do. In those days, if you see who Kamsa was, what type of a person he was, it is very difficult to convince Kamsa. But Vasudeva was very good at doing it. He was empowered to do it. And he achieved it. He was able to cool down Kamsa completely. Imagine standing with the sword ready to kill, and Vasudeva is very nicely talking to him and entering him and then convincing him, don't kill your sister. He did that. And that is why drums beat when he was born. He will be such a great person, he can convince Kamsa like this. So you will see again, Vasudeva is empowered like this. But immediately after Kamsa did this and then brought the first child to him, Narada Muni also came. And it's mentioned that he also came to accelerate. He wanted Kamsa to commit more sinful activity. Vasudeva said, don't, because it's my wife. He had his own talk about it. But Narada Muni came and said, I saw all the demigods meeting together. Better you don't trust any of the youngsters who are born, including Vasudeva's children. The Krishna book, it is mentioned that he told even Vasudeva's children, you don't believe. This is Narada Muni coming and telling Kamsa. And Kamsa took the advice of Narada Muni. Before Kamsa took the advice of Vasudeva, Kamsa took the advice of Narada Muni also and killed the children of Vasudeva. So a lot of things are happening. And many personalities are involved in the coming of Krishna. There is demigods, there is asuras like Kamsa, there are devotees like Narada Muni and Vasudeva, and there is Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda and all of them on the other side in Vrindavan. In this way, there are many characters involved in the birth of Krishna, and all of them play a role. It is not one type of color. It's multicolored. So many events are happening. And the Supreme Personality of Godhead is appearing. So, why this is important? We discussed that yesterday a little bit. I said that the hastening of the killing of the 6 sons of Vasudeva has got a significance. It's mentioned that Narada Muni wanted him to commit more sinful activities faster. If he commits more sinful activities, he'll become weaker. And the more he does harm to devotees, the more Krishna will feel he has to come faster. If you harm Krishna's devotees, Krishna get very irritated. So Vasudeva and Devaki imprisoned and their children being killed, Krishna will not tolerate that. Right? That's why he did that. From the other philosophical side, great acharyas have analyzed who is Kamsa, who is Devaki, and what are the 6 sons of Devaki who are killed. Because it's very odd that 6 sons of Devaki are killed and in the same womb Krishna is born as the 8th child. First killing, then abortion, then birth. First 6 children killed, then 1 abortion. Actually not abortion. He actually, Yogamaya shifted that child from Devaki's womb to Rohini's womb in Vrindavan. In this way, it is somewhere close to something intermediate between killing and taking birth. That is Balaram's appearance, which we'll be celebrating tomorrow. Tomorrow is Balaram's appearance. Baladeva ki. So he appeared, Sankarshana, Baladev. But why this is happening? So it is mentioned historically that these six sons are the sons of Marichi. They were cursed by a Brahmana. And Brahmana, at that time, Kamsa was Kalanemi in his previous life, another Asura. And he was involved in this. And he was cursed that you will kill your own son. So Kamsa is not killing Devaki's sons. Actually, he is killing his own son. This way Krishna is protected. All these children will be killed by you only. Your own children you will kill. So as Kalanemi he was cursed. As Kamsa he came and he killed his own children who were born. As soon as they were born, he killed. And what are they? What is this setting? If you look at it, Bhakti, Krishna consciousness, and sadhana and all that we perform. Janmashtami can be related very nicely. Krishna is Bhakti appearing. Kamsa and Devaki have also got designations. Devaki is Bhakti and Kamsa is Maya personified. Maya will constantly attack. You'll see Vasudeva was constantly attacking Krishna, constantly attacking Vasudeva and Devaki first, after that he's attacking Krishna. Anybody doing Bhakti, you'll get attacked by Maya. It's a principle. Kamsa is regularly attacking. He's attacking Devaki, coming and killing all her children, imprisoning her, and then attacking her. In this way, you will see, if you take up Krishna consciousness, Maya will attack you. Maya will attack you more. And out of fear of Maya, because you have come to know what is Krishna consciousness, out of fear of Maya, you will depend on Krishna more. That is Devaki. Fearing Kamsa. He'll come now and kill my child. He'll come now and kill my child. Physically. But a real devotee who wants to make advancement is afraid of Maya. If somebody who is afraid of Maya, shows that he is healthy in devotional service. So what? It's okay. If you go walk into Maya, that means it's very weak in devotional service. In Bhakti, in his growth of Bhakti, he is very weak. He will willfully go inside and say that it's okay. A devotee is never thinking that now that I'm a devotee, I can go into Maya and nothing will happen to me. That's a very dangerous proposal. Devaki always remains under the shelter of her husband, under the shelter of Krishna, and fearful of Maya. This is healthy atmosphere for Bhakti. Always remain under the shelter of Vaishnavas, under Krishna, under Guru, under the instructions of Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita and the Bhagavat. This, which the devotee does, is considered by people who say, what a foolish life you are living, out of fear. You should not do this, should not do that. Just get out, don't follow all these rules and regulations, just come out. Those who are under Maya will look like they are more free, they don't have fear, and they are doing whatever they want to do. So nice. I took up Krishna consciousness and now I cannot do that, I cannot do this, I must not go here, I will not do this, and I'm afraid this will happen. Very confusing to me. No. You must understand that those who are in Maya are kept very happy by Maya, by totally forgetting Krishna. If you totally forgotten Krishna, koto nidra jao maya pishachira kole. It's sung very nicely. Jeev jago, Gora Chandra bole. Wake up, sleeping soul, wake up. You are sleeping on the lap of Maya and she is keeping you very comfortable with a lot of material sense gratification. She put a feeding bottle into your mouth also. How nice, how comfortable. And then you look at people who are doing bhakti and say, why are you struggling so much? Why are you doing things which you don't like to do? You don't want to do, getting up early in the morning. I can see you're falling asleep. Why don't you go and sleep? What is wrong if you eat in the restaurant? What is wrong if you eat some, omelette and some McDonald's and this? What is wrong? So I cannot understand what you're saying, because you're very comfortably placed in total ignorance. You don't know who you are, don't know who Krishna is, nothing. That is why we don't associate with them. And we're very afraid. Why? I have temptations. I'm very afraid. I may do the wrong thing. I may become tempted. In this way, a devotee has a healthy fear of Maya. And he must have it. It's in all levels. In the subtle level also. The level of the mind, intelligence and ego. And in the level of the soul. You must be afraid. On the level of the soul, on spirituality, you must be afraid that you will get attracted by Sayujya Mukti. Sri Prabhupada calls it the last snare of Maya. In the Bhagavatam, Maya's last trap is to make Sayujya Mukti or Mukti very attractive to the spiritualist. It's pretty good. I don't want to go any further. Yasya atmarati revasyat atmatriptasya manavaha atmasantushtaha. This is described Brahman realization. When all matter has left you, an influence of matter has left you, and you are in Brahman, it's so nice. I don't want anything anymore. All that sadhana and all, I don't want anything. I don't even want to go forward and get bhakti. This is very nice. So it's called the last snare of Maya. And in lower level, in the intellectual level, you will again have Maya's trap. You become attracted to Gyan. You read lot of books and understand lot of things and take down lot of notes, give lot of lectures and practically don't do anything much. I'm thrilled with the knowledge of Krishna consciousness. Educated people get trapped into, wow, I never knew this, that. You're not available. Of course, everybody has got a stage of that type. That's on the intellectual level. On the mental level, likes and dislikes, even more dangerous. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadramaiki is even more dangerous. So in all levels, Maya will attack you and not leave you alone. But this is not bad news. It's not bad news. Anybody who wants to escape from a prison house has to face some opposition. Because after escaping, it's freedom. I'm willing to do anything for escaping. I'm willing to do anything for escaping. There will be some problem, it does not matter. Because what I really want is freedom. I'm attracted by freedom so much that I'm willing to take a risk. That's how a devotee thinks. My freedom is to go back to Krishna. I'll do anything for the necessary because it stops my material life completely. And I don't want to be here. I don't want any association with matter, with the material world, with Maya's energy. Because I know what it has done to me for crores of janmas. I'm not interested. So by knowledge, a devotee develops very healthy fear of Maya. This is a very important thing. At no stage does he think, I have become sufficiently advanced, Maya cannot do anything to me. He never thinks like that. He always remains very humble. Any time material nature will hit me. Any time, in somewhere subtly somewhere in my intellect, in my mind, Maya will enter and just take over from there. So I'm very vigilant and I'm very careful. So many things that happen to us every day, interaction in the material world, we have to analyze it from the viewpoint of us rendering devotional service and getting bhakti. How does this contribute to that? Is that a mistake I made to have this attitude while doing this? Where I made a mistake. Slowly, a devotee becomes very sensitive to development of his bhakti that he can feel the discomfort. I have done something wrong. I have thought something wrong. I have concluded something wrong philosophically. You feel the discomfort very on a subtle plane. And then he doesn't like it because his sensitivity for Krishna consciousness is increasing. The more you become sensitive, the more you can spot discomfort. The more you can spot discomfort. The more you become attached to Maya, the less sensitive you will be to Krishna conscious development. That's why it's mentioned here, Devaki represents Bhakti. Very surrendered to Krishna and constantly in fear of Kamsa. Good fear. And what is Kamsa's job? He doesn't care about Bhakti, he doesn't care about anybody practicing Bhakti, and he doesn't care if it is his father. He want to imprison his father. Ugrasena should be imprisoned, he will tell. That's when Krishna will finish him. He'll get angry. Right? Kill them. It does not matter. So, this is the nature of material nature means that that's the duty of material nature. To actually keep you under the influence of the three modes and perform. That's what yesterday I said, automated life. If you're under Maya's three gunas, you're having a automated life and you're thinking you're very nice, very happy. This is Koto Nidra Jao Maya Pishachira Kole. Maya keeps you falsely happy. That is another world, the world of Kamsa people. And there is a world of Devaki's people who are very small population. Very small population. So, interaction between these two, the Devaki moments of your life and the Kamsa moments, don't bring Bhakti and all here. I'll attack, because as soon as you see Krishna anywhere, you become envious. Materialistic people who are completely under the grip of Maya will attack you if you speak about God, if you speak about devotional service. That shows that this person is an agent of Maya. This person is completely under Maya. He fully votes for Maya, supports for Maya. He'll never give a vote for Krishna. Why? I am getting sense gratification from Maya. From Krishna, I don't get anything. This is the only criterion. I don't get anything. So, you will see that these two things are happening inside you. The Kamsa moment and the Devaki moment, you're always battling. A sadhaka is battling with these things, these temptations and that situations. And then when you are afraid of Maya and keep Maya away, by surrendering to Krishna, listening to what is to be done, Krishna will appear. It means you become Krishna conscious increasingly. Become Krishna conscious. And for that sake only, the 6 sons, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, they all have to be killed and removed from your system. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Then only Bhakti can come. If Kama, Krodha, lust, desire, anger, hatred, Moha, illusion, all that are taken out, only Krishna can appear. Then only Krishna can appear. That's why the place is made clean. By fear of Kamsa, you keep the place clean. Because if you have lust, Maya will use that and enter. Better to kill it. So in this way, by Krishna's mercy, the devotee gradually removes lust, anger, greed, need, desires and all that. Kama, Krodha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, all that, enviousness. He removes and he keeps his heart clean so that Krishna appears. Janmashtami means Krishna appearing in your heart. And Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya are finished. And your place is ready for Krishna to appear. This is called Janmashtami. Right? So, another point is, this is the way that Krishna is appearing in Mathura. Is appearing in the prison house of Vasudeva and Devaki. And Vrindavan is the place where Krishna is taken by Vasudeva. And a female child born to Yashoda is brought and placed here. But in Vrindavan they will tell you that Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. There is, according to the Bhagavatam and the commentary of the Acharyas, there is no question of Krishna coming from outside Vrindavan into Vrindavan. Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. And appearing is only a pastime for Krishna. It's a pastime for Krishna performed in Vrindavan. So there is an actual explanation given that Krishna was born in Vrindavan only, to Yashoda only. And twins were born to Yashoda, one female and one male, Krishna and Yogamaya. Krishna's internal energy, Yogamaya. And then when Vasudeva came there, that Krishna disappeared. And merged into this Krishna which was brought there. Krishna was brought from Mathura, no? Actually, Krishna became invisible to Vasudeva. Vasudeva could see only the female child. He placed Krishna there and took the female child. And the other Krishna merged to this Krishna. Because he never leaves Vrindavana. And then again when Krishna left Vrindavana, when Akrura, when he was 10 years old, that time the same Krishna who came from Mathura, is the one who went out. But the Vrindavan Krishna never went out. He stayed back, invisible. This is the real story. Because Krishna never leaves Vrindavana, Vrindavana is his home. Whenever he has to do something, expansion of him goes. Vasudeva Krishna only went, not Vrindavana Krishna. He went to kill Kamsa. He went to kill Kamsa. In this way it's mentioned that Krishna appeared in Vrindavana only to Yashoda. And it is mentioned that Yashoda is the foster mother. That Devaki is the real mother. It's mentioned that Devaki's prayer was, you must be my son. You must be born as my son. So he said, okay. And once he was born as a son, he went off to Vrindavan. That's the benefit you wanted. But Yashoda is a Nitya Siddha devotee, always with Krishna, completely in great Vatsalya Rasa. Therefore, she got to see all the pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavana, from 1 to 10 years old. All the childhood pastimes, the Rasa Leela, the lifting of the Govardhana hill, all these amazing Vrindavan pastimes were witnessed by. And then Krishna came to Mathura, he went to study, and then he was there for 11 years. He was there for 11 years in Mathura. That means around 10, 11 years he left Vrindavan. I'm sorry, not 11 years. He was there in Mathura for, I forget, short time only. And then he spent a lot of time in Dwaraka. Totally was 125 years. 10, 11 years in Vrindavana. And then I forget the age at which he left, very young, to Dwaraka, because Jarasandha was attacking so many times and everything happened. Because he killed Kamsa, and Kamsa was married to Jarasandha's daughters. So Jarasandha started attacking Mathura because the daughters went and complained to the father, he made me a widow, this Krishna. So Jarasandha got very pained, my daughters have become widows because of this Krishna killing Kamsa. So he attacked 17 times. So Krishna thought that this is too bad, getting harassed by this person always. So he went to Dwaraka and built his big fort. And a lot of time he stayed in Dwaraka only. 125 years. His manifested pastimes. So in 10th chapter, 10th canto, you will see that the first 4 chapters till advent of Krishna is description of these things. Then from 5th chapter onwards, for 35 chapters, it's Vrindavan Leela. Then that is 39, that means 4 introduction and then 35 chapters become 39. 40th chapter is Krishna playing and taking bath and Akrura coming and taking him. And he gets a darshan of Mahavishnu there. That is 40th chapter. From 41st chapter onwards, for 11 chapters is Mathura Leela. What Krishna did in Mathura. That is killing Kamsa and all those things. And then the remaining 39 chapters. If you say 11 chapters, first 4 chapters, and then from the 5th chapter onwards till 39, and then from then onwards, totally 90 chapters in 10th canto. The longest canto in all the 12 cantos. Huge, very huge. Fully describing Krishna's pastimes, Vrindavana, Mathura and Dwaraka. So Dwaraka has 39 chapters, Leela in Dwaraka. For a very long time, totally 90 chapters. Prabhupada did only the first few chapters in the 10th canto. After that he left this world. Then his disciples continued and translated the 10th, 11th and 12th chapters. So Krishna's Leela, that's why Prabhupada wrote the Krishna book first. He gave us the full 10th canto first in the story form already, which means that he did the whole 10th canto. Very beautiful summary in all the 90 chapters, you can see. So Krishna's pastimes, Vrindavana, Mathura and Dwaraka, all described in the 10th canto. We are reading the first 4 introductory chapters where it describes the appearance of Krishna. Then the Kartik month will come, we will describe all other childhood Leela, stealing butter and all that thing together. And we will be discussing that. So, this appearance of Krishna, which is equated to appearance of Bhakti in our heart, as Janmashtami, is a very, very interesting parallel. And we should take these principles. Developing Bhakti is not an ordinary thing. You have to be very careful. You have to be meticulous. You have to do the job correctly. It will happen. In the material world, people do many things very meticulously. Research, reports, making money, stealing a bank, cyber crime, everything done very carefully. The criminals are very paka, especially cyber crime, hacking, and they know this, they know that, they know this. They come and do very paka, very well planned. And they execute and they feel very happy. I stole money successfully. But great satisfaction inside. It almost becomes addictive that you repeatedly hack and you steal money. So it's a very interesting and exhilarating crime. It's a crime that gives you thrills. Because nobody can catch me. Nobody can catch me and I'm making money. It can become an addiction. It's not about the money, it's about the thrill of doing it. In this way, you will see in the world how things are happening and how they are got a parallel very much with what we are doing. So, addiction to doing the wrong. Anyway, that's another topic. But here we should understand a parallel means that we should be careful and meticulous in our performance of sadhana. As much as we do materially meticulously, if you also even do 1/10 of that meticulously your sadhana, you'll be very successful. Actually, devotional life is easy to perform. Material life is very difficult to perform. In devotional life, anybody who is not materially very well qualified also can very simply do bhakti in Kali Yuga and achieve the topmost. This is what logicians, philosophers, scientists now cannot understand. Simply by believing in some book and having faith in some statue, you're thinking you'll get to know the real thing, the reality, the truth. The truth is yes. That's what Krishna is saying. Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mam evaishasi satyam te pratijane priyosime. You'll come to me, the absolute truth. You'll understand the reality. If you simply do madhyaji mam namaskuru, worship me and offer obeisances to me. Oh, as it is so simple to understand the truth. Scientists and philosophers have been battling it and breaking their heads for thousands and thousands of years, and you guys know immediately. People reason. Based on reason, they will ask that. People based on faith will say, yes, it's open to everybody. It's not only for persons who are intelligent that they will understand God. It's beyond intelligence. It's bhakti. And anybody who develops bhakti gets to understand. Materially, he may be a fool. His jadagam is very bad. But spiritually, devotionally, it's open. And in his performance devotionally, he did it. That is not based on karma. So he got to see the absolute truth and he's standing there and watching, why are you struggling like this? This they don't like. You cannot get to the truth without following this path. You have to work hard. You have to use your reason, brain, intelligence. Not required. This is the stunning truth given in the Bhagavad and in the Bhagavad Gita. Bhakti does not have any such conditions attached to it. Bhakti is independent. Bhakti sanjayate bhakti. By bhakti only you get bhakti. You don't get bhakti by gyan, karma, yoga or anything else. All that is subsidiary. That's why when we develop Krishna consciousness, we are developing bhakti which does not depend on many of these things that you are doing. Even your sadhana. Namam sadhayati yogo. You can't get me by sadhana. The Bhagavatam is mentioned. You can't get me by sadhana. Na dharma, na karma, na swadhyaya. By reading the Vedic scriptures and developing gyan also, you will not get me. You will get me by bhakti only. And bhakti gives you bhakti. If you perform devotional service, you will get devotion. It is not that by performing karma you will get devotion. Right? So that bhakti, Krishna, not depend on anything. Individualistic. Krishna will give the mercy. Right? And definitely one thing has got a bearing. I have a desire. And I want to endeavor with my mind, body, words, and render devotional service. That type of karma, that type of jnana becomes bhakti. Why? I'm cultivating knowledge of Krishna. I'm using my body, senses and wealth for Krishna in devotional service. That is devotional service. That is not jnana and karma. But the element, the same element of Gyan, Karma and all of them will be there, but it's dovetail. So it's called Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. Why yoga? Because it connects you with Krishna. If normally you're not doing it for the satisfaction of Krishna, your karma, your jnana and all that will not give you that benefit of bhakti. So this is a science explained in the Bhagavad Gita very nicely. So we are trying to cultivate that bhakti in the heart. And these precautions are given. It's good to have a healthy fear of Maya. It is good to associate with devotees who are really interested in Krishna consciousness and in serving Krishna. This is how bhakti is developed. It's very closely related with Janmashtami, the philosophical aspect of it. So don't think we are doing something Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. We are chanting some mantra. We are not chanting mantra, it is nama. This is nama. It's not mantra. It's very powerful. Yad Brahma Sakshat Kritinishtayapi. In the Namashtakam, few days back I was giving a talk on Namashtakam. In the Namashtakam it's mentioned, you must know, Rupa Goswami is saying, you must know that even if you are on the Brahman platform, on the way to Brahman platform, your prarabdha karma can never be removed. Only the sanchita karma and the karmasyapi karma, both of them can go. But the prarabdha karma means the situation you are in. That cannot be removed even by Brahman realization. That will be removed by even once chanting the name and the name coming on your tongue. Prarabdha karma also will go. It's the power of the holy name in devotion. So bhakti is very powerful, standalone, not influenced by anything. It's directly Krishna himself. That's why you should learn the science of what bhakti yoga is. Krishna teaches that in the Bhagavad Gita to some extent. That is what we are developing. So we should all arouse our love for Krishna, which is dormant inside us. It's not even coming from outside. It is Nitya Siddha Krishnasya. What is it? Nitya Siddhasya Bhavasya Prakatyam Hidi Sadhyata. Sadhana means what? Making it possible. Sadhya means yes, possible. Nitya Siddhasya Bhavasya, which is that bhava, that prema which is there in you, Prakatyam, it's coming out. It's become visible. Prakatyam Hridi, from the heart. That's called Sadhyata, sadhana. It's making it possible, Sadhyata. That act of making the love of God come out of you, that's called sadhana. So even sadhana is not defined like the others define. For you, sadhana means that action which brings out your bhakti. It fans bhakti. Right? So we may be endeavoring to do so many things under the instruction of the authority. Srila Prabhupada, the Vaishnavas, the Guru, and the organization and all that. All that is contributing to your bhakti. It's not simply work. It may be difficult to do. But you simply do it because it's going to arouse your bhakti. That is why you do in a detached way. You're able to be detached from it. So this is given to me to do. And it is coming from Krishna, definitely. I simply try to execute it. It may be difficult to do also. I simply try to execute it. And you'll be amazed to know Krishna uses you as an instrument. And what you thought was difficult to do becomes done through you. And you also know that I did not do it. This also you'll know. Actually, I did not do it. But I'm getting credit for it. If you're an honest person, you know, I actually did not really think about all these things. It just happened. And I did something and I became an instrument. If you're a very honest person, you will know it is happening to you. That's the meaning of being used as instrument. When you're working under Maya, you don't feel that. I have to labor hard. I worked hard. I did. That's why you possess it. And that's the result why it becomes very painful. In devotional service, you're asked to do something, whatever arrangement that is, and say, it's okay, let me try. With all that effort I have, I will try. And if you try, it will happen. And then you will be wondering, how did it happen? Immediately your false ego will cover it. It's because of you. You did it. If you're not well versed in bhakti, you'll not be able to conquer your false ego. Immediately the false ego will take over and say, you're very good, you did it. Wonderful. But there is the trick. If you're chanting your japa nicely, reading book and all that, the Paramatma will definitely tell you, it's not because of you. It's not because of you. It is also because of you, because you agreed to be with the instrument. But I am the one who is doing it. Through you. You will be able to see it. I have been used as an instrument by Krishna in rendering this seva to him. Because he has got his own plan. The very sensitive, subtle thing you can see. In Prabhupada's life you can see that. He did amazing, huge things. And he kept being the same simple person with his walking stick going in the morning, defeating all the false philosophies, writing in the night. His routine he will do. He just carries out this routine. Things start happening. So many people become influenced by Krishna consciousness, they do, and he just inspires them with Krishna consciousness. And he keeps to the principle of Krishna consciousness. Chant, engage in Kirtan, read the Bhagavatam, associate with devotees, give up. He keeps saying, simply do what I'm telling you to do. And you will see, you will be used as an instrument and you'll be very happy. Because some amazing things are happening in your life. And it is not like what you did in the material world. So this will tell you, I am progressing in spiritual life. It will be privately known to you only. And devotees who know very well these things will be able to see it in you. He is in great ecstasy. Why? The person is crying in front of his senior guru who is chastising him. And he's crying, said, no, I didn't, I want to do it. That time, when I first saw this, I was saying, oh, poor, why is he misunderstanding? He said, no, he is in great ecstasy. He is enjoying his dependence on Krishna. He is getting a lot of mercy from that person at that point of time. It looks to you from your material eyes that he is suffering. Poor fellow is going through this. No. He is actually making advancement. He's making advancement. So that's why Prabhupada used the word, a transcendentalist is callous towards anything material. He will not worry that you are crying. Crying and all, anybody can do anytime. It's all external. That sense, that's what I mean by saying healthy fear of Maya is one thing. The other side is very enthusiastically engaging in service. Because you're getting the taste of bhakti inside. That's why we follow instruction. Because it's easy for me to follow instruction than to be burdened with making my own instruction. So these are all some intricate things that we can understand on Janmashtami preparation. We prepare for Janmashtami. We want to receive Krishna in our heart. And that is the view a devotee has. We should not get lost in all the organizational things alone. We should see the organizational things and the things that we do in the light of why I'm doing, what I'm doing, what is supposed to give me. If you look at it like that, everything becomes easy to do. Everything becomes different. Om Tat Sat, Srila Prabhupada ki, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Nitai Guru Premanande. Any question or comment? One 25 years. Please explain. That's a statement. Krishna, that's what is mentioned in the Bhagavatam, mentioned in many places. Yet his manifest pastimes were 125 years, according to human calculations, not according to Krishna's calculations. Krishna's calculations will be a little spark, small, not even that much. Atava bahunetena kim gyatena tavarjuna vrishtabhyaham idam krishnam ekam shena sthito jagat. So it's a flash, but it is a powerful, potent aspect for us in the material world. So that 125 years, according to human calculation, is the time when Krishna made himself available to us in the material world. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. That is enough in the material world. The rest of the time, all the time, he is in the spiritual world doing pastimes with his devotees. This is only a flash for the material world. 125 years. Just hardly any time in terms of eternity. That's the calculation given. And it can be split up, like I said, that 11 years, 10 to 11 years he was in Vrindavana. And then he performed his pastimes in Mathura. And then he got married to Rukmini. After he went from Dwaraka, he got married to Rukmini. So till then, it means that he was not married. Even in Mathura and Vrindavan, he was not married. In Dwaraka, it's all about Swakiya Rasa with married queens, Lakshmi, Rukmini, and all of them. He had Swakiya Rasa. In Vrindavana, when he was, very young, he performed the Ras Leela in Parakiya Rasa. Because some of those girls were actually married. A lot of them were married. He did Parakiya Rasa, and that was the most important always. So there is Vrindavan Leela, which is very focused and highly condensed. And there is Mathura and there is Dwaraka. So it is mentioned that Krishna is complete in Dwaraka. He is more complete in Mathura. He is most complete in Vrindavana. Purna Tara, Purna, like that, there are, in the Bhagavatam, there's a sloka that is fully complete. The Supreme Personality of Godhead in Dwaraka, you can see. He is complete. In Mathura, he is more complete. And in Vrindavan, he is most complete. It's only superlative degrees of completeness. So in this way, he manifested his pastimes. So these are split. 125 years is split between these three. Okay, I hope that helps you. Any other comment or question? That's why there is Guru, and there is Vaishnava Association, and there are books. And you should also be introspective. You should always be thinking what I'm doing, why I'm doing. That gradually requires some practice. Thinking like that, thinking Krishna consciously, thinking beneficial to yourself, doing your sadhana, all these things have to be connected. Initially it becomes a little difficult. We are doing a little bit of this, we are not able to put things together. But gradually you also become a little used to certain things, and then you know how to connect in some maturity. That's by experience also, material experience also. That's why we should actively engage in Krishna consciousness. Should not lose an opportunity when it comes. To engage in the material world in Krishna consciousness means to be directly in the face of Maya, do something for Krishna. And then you will have some opposition. And then you depend on Krishna and you go through that opposition and it happens. Then you come one notch higher in your maturity. Like that, engaging is important. Engagement in the world of Maya, in doing something for Krishna, with your senses, mind, body, words, wealth, that purifies you and pushes you up. But to sit comfortably and not take any step, be afraid, materially gauging and assessing everything spiritually which is supposed to happen, then you may lose the opportunity. At the same time, a person also has to know what is the balance to keep a healthy. So sometimes when you feel this is there, it's time to put a little break and sit and introspect, speak to somebody and spend some time on that. And then you will also get some satisfactory answer and understanding. All this goes along. That is why you get educated, you join the courses in the academy and you get educated, you get to talk to other people. What is your understanding about this concept? What is your understanding about karma, about devotion, about... You can get to discuss all these things in theory, at least you know. Then you get knowledge. That knowledge will help you with your intelligence and you convince you. And then you are performing with conviction. Then it becomes easy to actually do the service with full enthusiasm. So all these are connected, what we do. Yeah. Any other question or comment? Om Tat Sat Srila Prabhupada ki, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Nittai Gur Premanande.